At 651 feet, this par 4 hole starts you off with a great challenge. Carrying the rocks and landing short of the road is the ideal landing zone for your approach to a protected green. Keep in mind there is an OB line that runs along the left side of the fairway all the way to the pin. Hole 2 is the first of many tunnel shots the course has to offer. Having your drive finish to the right will give you the best chance at birdie on this tight 330-foot par 3. Avoid finishing left as the hill and tree line will make saving par difficult. Hole 3 is a 243-foot par 3 that requires a precise hyzer line that pushes forward and finishes left. Hitting the gap is the most important element of this hole. Hole 4 is a 238-foot shot with an early and late gap to hit. Throwing a shot that finds the late gap will put you inside circle for a good look at birdie. One of the most challenging par 4s on the course, Hole 5 is 567 feet. This hole requires an accurate shot off the tee. Players can choose between a right or left gap that takes you to the top of the hill. Shots landing in the center of the hill will give you the best entry into a very guarded green. Your second shot will, again, have a choice of entering from the left or right to this very tight pin. Hole 6 is a 269-foot par 3. Playing slightly uphill, this hole requires a straight shot that can carry a roped OB line in the center of the fairway. Players can either play it safe by laying up prior to the OB line or give it a run for birdie. Hole 7 is another challenging par 4. Measuring 681 feet, players will need to carry a small ravine clearing an OB line at the top while going left of the Mando on the right. Drives that can finish to the right will set up the best chance for a downhill second shot into a fairly open green. The key to success on this hole is finding the right landing zone off the tee. Hole 8 is a must-get birdie. At 209 feet uphill, it requires a laser straight drive off the tee. Bigger arms can try the high right hyzer line into the green as well. Hole 9 is a 264-foot par 3 technical dogleg right hole. Initially playing uphill for the first third of the hole, the second half is significantly more downhill. Coming out of the woods, hole 10 is a challenging dogleg right par 4. While it is only 589 feet, it plays uphill the entire way. Staying far right of the left side tree line off the tee sets up your second shot best. Hole 11 is a downhill 314-foot par 3. The closer you get to the pin, the tighter the fairway gets between the trees. Finishing left will send your shot down the hill, making it difficult to save your par. Hole 12 is a 267-foot uphill par 3. The drive up the middle requires a very straight shot through a tight gap over a small ravine. Bigger arms can throw the high right hyzer line. The basket is on a steep slope and can cause rollaways, so players need to be careful approaching this technical green. Hole 13 begins the downhill section of this beautiful mountain course. While the hole is 432 feet, it plays significantly less due to the loss of elevation. There is an OB line on the left ridge, forcing players to finish right. Hole 14 is a 367-foot downhill par 3. There is an early gap that forces players to throw a straight shot. The hill slopes to the right, so finishing left is key to a birdie on this fun hole. One of the last tunnel holes, hole 15, requires a 290-foot shot that finishes right. Playing as an island, players will need to be accurate off the tee to avoid trouble. Hole 16 is one of Brighton's most iconic holes. Playing at 291 feet, this significantly downhill hole requires a technical shot that finishes hard right. Landing to the right of the sole pin in the middle of the fairway gives a great shot at birdie. Hole 17 is the most forgiving par 4 on the course. Measuring 657 feet, players have an initial gap to hit, but then have a wide open fairway. The large boulder in the center of the fairway is the ideal landing zone. Just be careful not to land behind it. Hole 18 is Brighton's signature hole. Players get a wonderful view of Big Cottonwood Canyon on this 453-foot downhill par 3. Missing the green left or right will make it more challenging to save par, so an accurate tee shot is necessary.